Hey, it's Alex, and we're here for another episode of Connecting with Fiber. I'm here with Ron Beerman, Head of Network Operations, to talk about differences in internet networks. Ron, I thought the internet was the internet. Can you tell me about the differences in networks that are available?
You're absolutely right, Alex. There are different networks out there that deliver data into people's homes and businesses. Now, when most people think about the internet, they actually are thinking about a coax network, maybe a copper network. And those networks are metal-based. So those are actually metal network cables that deliver data from point A to point B across those networks. The great thing about fiber optics networks is that it's glass instead of metal. So instead of electricity transferring data across that network cable, it's glass that is transferring light at the speed of light from point A to point B. And that allows us to take advantage of delivering more data in a faster and more reliable way across our networks to your home or your place of business.
So I'm assuming that fiber is the newer version of the technology. So does that mean it's bigger, better, faster, stronger?
Yeah, that's exactly what that means, Alex. If you think about your experience going back to ADSL or maybe the cable network and those kind of things, you might have had delays in data. You might have had slower speeds, and that's partly because the network cable on the other side of that is that metal network cable that we talked about. There are physical limits to how much data, how much bandwidth can come across that metal. And so that becomes a limiting factor. Now, the great thing with fiber optics networks is with the glass and the fact that light is traveling across that glass, there really are no limits to how much speed and how much bandwidth can come across that network cable. So the great thing is that the more fiber we put under the poles and into the ground and run to your home, the more capabilities you're going to have inside the house for all of your IoT applications, your streaming of video, maybe your schoolwork. Those experiences are going to be better because of the amount of data we can transfer across that fiber optics network.
So to me, it sounds like fiber is the way of the future. If we're able to get 2 gig internet speeds into people's homes today, what's the potential and how do we get there?
Yeah, Alex, you're right. If you think 10 years ago, the typical internet experience inside the home was really just working off of a computer. But now there's kids in the home that are gaming, they're doing school from home, there's one or maybe both parents doing work from the house. There are SmartThings applications all over the place, multiple TVs streaming video. As that usage in the home continues to shift and change over time, the bandwidth to the home has to keep up with it. So the great thing about fiber is that as the use cases change in the home, as there's more SmartThings deployments, as there's more kids in the home streaming video, more adults working, more telehealth capabilities, as there's more video and applications going across that network, that fiber is going to be right there growing with the need to have that bandwidth. The fiber network's not going to have to change. The technology around it's going to change. We're going to upgrade components in the network. You're going to upgrade components in your home, but the fiber network is going to be there to support any of your needs for as long as we can imagine.
Well, that's all the questions that I had for you today, Ron. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Connecting with Fiber.